Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. What is the world coming to? That's right. I'm just watched on the news that the DMV has been shut down. Copper thieves have got on the roof at night and totally flooded out the DMV and shut it down. So if you have any kind of business to be done at the DMV, well, let me show you. It's not happening. So we're going to get in the car. We're going to drive over to the Oakland DMV and see a shut down DMV. Watch this next little news video and you will see how many people are inconvenienced by copper thieves. It's just not right. I mean, they did so much damage, and just like a fire sprinkler going off, the water damage is so much worse than the actual crime. So let's watch this next video of the DMV copper thieves doing damage. What is this world coming to? All right, this news video, and then we're going to do a DMV video. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Good evening. Finding an appointment at the DMV is hard enough, especially now with the Real ID deadline just around the corner. So imagine getting turned away when you get there. That's what happened to a lot of drivers in Oakland today. And here's a look at the reason why. Our chopper over the facility on 85th Avenue, where thieves got onto the roof and ripped copper right out of the HVAC system. And it all caused flooding inside the building with water pooling on the floors. Our Kara St. Cyr spoke with frustrated drivers who now have to make some other arrangements. People that needed services at the Oakland Coliseum DMV were shocked this morning when they pulled up and saw the entire building blocked off. Carl Williams is one of several people who showed up to the DMV only to get turned away. He doesn't have a backup plan to get his car registered.
My car is grounded. Can't go anywhere until I pay this $14 fee. And I come here to pay it, and DMV is closed.
Williams says he's been back and forth with the DMV to avoid getting his car towed. But it looks like things won't get resolved today for him or anyone else needing the DMV. Thieves scaled the Oakland Coliseum DMV overnight, stealing copper piping from the HVAC system, triggering leaks and flooding throughout the building.
This is crazy.
Video from inside shows water spilling from the ceiling and pooling in the lobby. Workers locked the fence around the building to keep onlookers out as they scrambled to contain the flood. Ken Houston, the city council member for this district, says an unhoused person from the encampments nearby is likely responsible for the theft.
It's not a crime to be homeless, but it's a crime to commit crimes while you're homeless, right? There's enough services to not do things like this.
Oakland PD has not confirmed this or released any information related to the crime, but Houston says the theft represents the city's failure to police.
They stole it from out of Planned Parenthood. It's a thing that people are stealing copper pipe. They're stealing it under houses now, right? And that's unacceptable.
The running price for stolen copper is about $2 to $6 a pound, a sharp contrast to the thousands of dollars of damages it causes, and the inconvenience for DMV customers. Locations are busier than normal as people rush to get their Real ID ahead of the May 7th deadline.
So what I feel like crazy, I have to come back to work at 12. And now I have to go to the other DMV.
I took off today and I want to get a Real ID because we have a short time.
As for Carl, he's thinking of a plan B.
So it looks like I'm going to have to go to Pittsburgh, visit my brother, and go to DMV in Pittsburgh.
It's unclear when this building will reopen, but at this time, workers are redirecting people to other locations. No word on when that DMV location will reopen.
Okay, it is apparent that we're in Oakland. That's where the old Denny's used to be. And of course, that's all torn down. It looks like they had to put some barrels up right there. But yeah, we're gonna make our way to the DMV. So this will be interesting. So looking at all this street right here, they had to put all these blocks, and this is typical for around here because they don't want people living on with their campers. So all these blocks are supposed to be keeping people from living around here. And it does its job pretty good until you get to where the blocks aren't. And here's where you can see where the blocks aren't. This is where people live. So wherever they don't have the blocks, this is Planned Parenthood right here. All right, so there's one of those houses right there. All right, so we're gonna make our way to the DMV. We just gotta be really careful here. But yeah, look at, here's where they say that these are the people that stole the copper. So no one can prove anything, but this is right down the road from the DMV. So you could just imagine if you're in one of these businesses here. But yeah, there's the DMV totally shut down. So I'm gonna get out right here and do a little video, but I think I should be safe around this guy. We'll see. That'll be a good spot right there. Let's cut this car and get out real quick. Well, there you go. The DMV got the fence all the way around it. This should be full of people and cars, but as you can see, the DMV is shut down. So it's pretty sad to say that when we were here last, this place was open for business, but you can see that it is closed down for business right as we speak. So I got this man who was gonna say something to me, I don't know. We're gonna keep going here, and yeah, the DMV is shut down for business. This parking lot is completely empty. So yeah, that's the guy that was kind of wandering around over there. This place is really weird over here. But yeah, there it is, the DMV. The DMV is closed. So this man, hi guys. He's usually got a good business with the DMV, but not today. It is totally closed. So, like I said, this is something that you don't want to really get out too far from your car. Like I said, look at down this road. I'm gonna do the old zoom in. Let's do the zoom in here. So yeah, those are where the copper thieves are. So a little too much zooming in. But like I said, I can't get too far out of my car. But this is where Oakland is getting a bad rap, when you can't even have a DMV. The Department of Motor Vehicles is shut down. So we know where the problem is. And here, I'm gonna do a little zoom in, and that's where they got in to the roof. Let's get up there. You can see right there. They tore all that up. And this guy's business is slowed down. Well, that's a lady. She's actually getting something out of there. She's patronizing the guy. But yeah, there it is. All right, well, let's get back in the car, the safety of the car, and get out of here. There's really not much to see here at the DMV, but an empty parking lot. So yeah, let's keep watching that. I'll peek you up over the fence, and we'll get as close. It looks like there was a vehicle here. See how the stain, they leave this mess, and a lot of this is these jugs. Well, that's pee. So if you think, what's in that jug? It's piss or poop, I don't know. Some call it clear liquid shortening, but it's not. It's not clear liquid shortening. That is definitely feces. Okay, well, here's someone's home. There's part of a car. There's some more. Yeah, I don't know what's in there. All right. Well, there's the DMV. Should be open right now. Where do I go? Where do I go do my business? I don't know. Well, let's get back in the car and do a little jingle, and I'll hold this camera close to the vest Like I said, the DMV is closed. We're right here on 501 85th Avenue in Oakland, and there it is, the Department of Motor Vehicles. Some people call it DMV, and some people, well, they just got on that roof. And now the whole thing's closed down, shut down for everybody. All right. Might as well walk to the corner and really take our lives into risk. Here we go, here we go, here we go. See if he stops. Nope. Yeah, I rolled up my windows. All right. Here I am on Eddie's and 85th Avenue. All right, let's get back in that car and get out of here. You never know, you never know. All right. Just not good to get out of that car. All right. Let's do a little quick look at the DMV. Shut down. I should take a screenshot. Let's do that and get in this car. Okay, we are waiting for the traffic to clear up, and you can see behind me that it is not clear, and I got rush hour traffic. So what I will do right now is very carefully pull out of this spot. I said very carefully, but you know what's funny though is I have gotten the evil eye a couple times for doing a little filming. So I don't want to hit that block. Let me back up here. Yep, you don't want to hit these concrete blocks. It looks like somebody hit one right there. All right, let's stick the phone out the window. And no one's behind me. So if you can see any copper, let me know. But yeah, this is the streets of Oakland, and it doesn't smell good either here. I've mentioned that before. If you have any kind of plumbing, just be grateful. You know, a lot of people don't have homes and roofs, but if you have any kind of plumbing where you can flush that crap away, then just be grateful. These videos aren't about making fun of anybody. These are just about how people live. But yeah, it's a tough neighborhood. Here's the like I said, but look at this place. I don't want to get in an accident, but that's a BMW. That's a nice car. All right. Anyway, there's a nice hotel there. So you don't want to run anybody over here. Oh, he said there's a police camera. I'm not the police. I'm just a YouTuber making videos. I don't even like that term, YouTuber. All right, well, there you go. The DMV, you can see why every business around here better have a 24-hour guard or their copper is going to be stolen. Corvette. All right, let's get out of Oakland. Boy, you just don't feel safe around here. It's just too much news. Every little corner has got, that guy's smoking something on the corner, and it wasn't a cigarette. All right. This is called the Hagenberger Triangle, and they've actually got rid of the hotels over there, and now that's the city of Oakland has rented those to the homeless people. So if you want to rent a room around here, well, good luck with that. And here is the old In-N-Out Burger. The only In-N-Out that ever shut down due to crime. Still empty, got a 24-hour guard. All right. Oakland, California. I'm gonna do a video on how Oakland, California has lost its war on graffiti. All right, we're gonna do one little loop here and then just end this video. Be a little short video. We all like those, don't we? Yeah, there's that scam. That's a total money wasting scam. No one ever rides that train. It's completely empty. Goes back and forth to the airport. Don't get me going on that. I should make a video of that someday. Yep, always empty. And it costs it used to cost $6 one way to go to the airport. So that's a short little ride from Bart. All right, we're gonna go up here and take a right and be done with this video. Right here at the Black Bear Diner. Oh, look at, oh, he's got a security guard here. Is that security? No, or is that, I don't know. But that is the Black Bear Diner right there. So I don't think that's security. But this place is all boarded up. So let's end this video. Let's get out and end this video. Well, there you go. The Black Bear Diner. No longer serving food. It's out of business, along with all businesses around here at the Hagenberger corridor. That's right. This huge, I'll put you in widescreen, building has definitely got a lot of occupancy problems. There's nobody in there. There's a few people, don't get me wrong, there are some people in this parking lot, but for the most part, the Black Bear Diner is empty. So there is a stranger at the front door right there, so I don't know if that's security or what, but this is just one of those buildings that are just completely are empty. So look at this. This has never been occupied, or it has, and now it's empty. It's ready for someone to move in. Can you see it in there? Yeah, you can. Where's the fire sprinklers? I don't see them. That is too weird. Huh. All right, well, they're in there somewhere. All right, there's the Black Bear Diner. And let's just do a little zoom in right there. Who is that? I don't know. It's definitely not security. But that is the Black Bear Diner, completely empty. Along with the DMV, completely empty. Well, there you go. You're always on camera here, thankfully. So the Black Bear Diner, In-N-Out, even the new Raising Cane's, they don't let you eat inside anymore because people were breaking into the cars and stealing and robbing people at gunpoint. So In-N-Out Burger, Raising Cane's, Dunkin' Donuts, Black Bear Diner, the Hilton, the Golden State Warriors, the Oakland A's, the Oakland Raiders, they're all left Oakland. People are just leaving California by the droves, and I can see why. Who would want to live where you can't even go to the DMV? Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Oakland Hagenberger Corridors Adventures, the DMV, the latest casualty of the Hagenberger Triangle. That's right. You heard of the Bermuda Triangle? Well, this is the Hagenberger Triangle. Wow. Well, anyway, you know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. Yeah. Remember this, there's a poor little rich man out there that owns that building that cannot get anybody to move into it. I hear you, Crow. I hear you. Postscript. How many of you ate at the Black Bear Diner? And who is this guy who resides here? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna just keep this camera rolling so you can see the Oakland corridor and what is around here. Well, I was gonna try to make this light, but you do not want to run a red light around here. So right now, this is what's happening here. If I zoom in, you can see trash. More trash than you can shake a stick at. So wherever there was an empty lot, there's trash. This used to be a thriving business at one time. But now you can see it's all full of graffiti. So this used to be a real happening spot back in the day when the Oakland Raiders, people would come into town and they would stay here and play here. But now, not anymore. So this is part of the Oakland corridor. And there's people on both sides of their streets just hanging out in the cars. So, and this is the thing right now, there's a hotel right on the other side of this place. So just think if you came into town and that's your hotel right there, the Courtyard, a Marriott. Go ahead. So the Courtyard of Marriott, this guy just jumped out in front of me. But that could be somebody's cheer practice or whatever, and that's their hotel room right there. All right, well, like I said, it's on both sides of the street. Like I said, little zombies walking around. And this is a bus route area? Wow. So I'll let that bus go. But there's another nice little hotel. All right, let's be done with this video. Looks like there's a library or something here. Let this guy go. All right, here we go. One little last look for you, and we'll be done. Dash cam style. So like I said, if you have a bathroom or a job, just be grateful. See these people right here with the lights on in their car, you got to be careful. You don't want any trouble. So do you put the phone down or you just keep on rolling? Just keep on rolling. Guess that wouldn't be the first time they've been filmed. It is public access, as they say. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't want any trouble with him. He's taking the wide turn. All right, let's end this video. Somebody sitting in their car. All right. Postscript. Over. Empty. Don't mind me. That used to be a thriving hotel. Now it's full of homeless people. Well, I guess they're not homeless because they have a home. So government occupied. The government pays for that. This hotel is still open, the Holiday Inn. But of course, we'll end this video at the Sheraton or the Hilton. But now it's nothing but an empty lot. All right, I'm not going to take you to the airport. Not today. Postscript, script. Over. As always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these, what do you call that? Oakland DMV corridor casualty adventures. With the side of be grateful. If you have a toilet and a sink, be grateful. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Let's make that light. Make it, make it, make it.